Okay, so this is the next video in the series, and we're going to be talking about what data mapping is in Oracle Integration Cloud and how that sort of fits in as one of the core components to an integration flow. So we've spoken a little bit about trigger connections and invoke connections, sort of your source and your target systems that you're trying to send data through. And when you have these two systems that are linked together by an integration, you want to send data between them, right? That's kind of the whole point of what we're doing here. The data mapper itself defines the relationship between the points of data that you might have in your messages that you're sending backwards and forwards between your two systems. So we're going to open it up on OIC now, and this is an example of what it will look like. On the left hand side we have the data structure of the incoming message with the editor, and the data structure of the outgoing message is on the right hand side. So you've got your system A that's sending the data on the left, and system B that is receiving the data on the right. And to map over the data, you have all these different points that are in your files, right? This is a schedule integration, so it has a start time. To map them over, you simply click and drag them over to the corresponding other data point, the one with the same name in it, right? If you've coded each thing properly, it'll have the same names over. And you've got this little tab up here that says recommended on it. This will automatically look for data points with similar names and highlight them as suggestions for you to copy over. And this is based on like suggestions and mappings from real people that Oracle have collected over the years. So it's actually pretty accurate, and it's worth doing. And when your mappings are done and you complete them all, you can test them with the little test tab here. And you can click on generate inputs to generate like the basic inputs if you don't feel like doing them yourself, and then click execute, and you can see that this code has run, and you see that the download request has got a file name and a directory number as well, just so that you can sort of see that the data's properly gone through. If you click on the code tab, you can see sort of the actual Oracle code behind it. I'm not even going to begin to explain any of this or even pretend to understand what this means, but it's all there if you were feeling edgy and wanted to edit it properly yourself. So the other thing to say, yes, you would do that coding thing if you're looking for like a specific troubleshooting, if there was something wrong with your mapping for whatever reason. But sometimes you don't want to just copy data over, right? Like at the minute, what's going on here is that the data is just being copied over between these two systems, and it's just being sent through as it is, right? But what would be really cool is if we could also then perform some sort of mathematical operations, right? If we could sort of say open a function editor that would allow us to do mathematical operations, right, before we send the data out. And it turns out, spoiler warning, that you can in fact do that, which is, I know, crazy, right? I'm gonna have to find one that's not this example though, because it won't let me edit this integration because it's not mine, because it's a view-only integration. So I'm gonna have to go and find one that'll let me edit it. Maybe one that's just email. That's view-only again. God, I've already done this video like 3 times. I really don't want to have to do it again. Maybe this one's not locked. Edit. Well, it's active. Okay, so one that's not active. Try this one. Okay, we go into the data mapper here. Okay, so we should be able to access the function menu from here. Maybe. There it is. So, I probably could have done that from the other thing, but it wasn't. So, functions. Yeah? go into here and you open up the little functions tab, and we can do things like process dates from date time. We can do conversions to string and numbers, or doubles, that sort of thing. Booleans. You've got all sorts of little cool and crazy functions that you could do. You could do floor, ceiling, mathematical functions. String, you can compare strings. If you've got something that's a system that needs all uppercase letters, you can do that. You can put a string in and it will return each character in an uppercase value and stuff like that. So you can convert dates as well, so you can turn those pesky, useless American dates of month, day, year into something more sensible, like day, month, year, or literally anything else. So yeah, that's kind of it. Data mapping lets you find your way between sending data between your systems and what is performed upon that data as it's traveling across cyberspace. I hope that's helpful. I hope you don't mind a little interlude when I couldn't find the functions thing. It probably was up there, but it was a view only one, so I probably wasn't allowed to do anything. But that's it. I'll see you in the next one.